on, my stupid ass. Okay, I think we good now. Yeah. We up. I seen what I did wrong. I forgot to hit go live.
Yeah, now it just popped up. We live.
Yeah. It's Chris' fault. It's Chris' fault, y'all.
Blame Chris.
It's Chris' fault. He the technician.
I'm here, y'all niggas late.
That boy the technician, boy.
Play my shit, DJ. Y'all.
We were the first rappers to have this. The first podcasters. Before the rappers. You feel me?
I ain't gonna steal some shit for some podcasting.
I know. Fuck nigga Draco. I seen you over there arguing with Say Cheese and all them niggas. You the only
that shit too, fuck nigga.
He the only nigga that want the perfect image. That nigga hate when they post anything bad about that nigga. Shout out to Tracy first in the building. Shout out to Tracy. And I know you said I ain't invited to your goddamn party. I'm invited. The fuck? Fuck, girl. Shout out to Eric. Eric in the building. What's happening? Yeah, we late, so we just gonna go ahead and get it started, man. Matter of fact, let me start recording this so I can get the clips cut. All right. What up, fellas? Episode 112. We back, baby.
112.
What up, fellas? Y'all good? Everything good?
What's up, y'all? Y'all living good? Everything all right?
Shit, it's first time we've been together in a month.
Yeah, man.
Nigga, it ain't been like, it's been about 3 episodes, yeah. Shit.
Niggas,
Well, I've been here. You know what I'm saying?
On vacay.
Yeah.
Niggas got real life shit going on. Prayers up.
Yeah, prayers up to the situations. You know what I mean? And speaking of prayers up, rest in peace to Coolio, man.
R.I.P. man. Gangsta's paradise, man.
Gangsta's paradise, man. No pun intended, man. He in Gangsta's paradise on God. So shout out to Coolio.
Old, young man. Shit.
59 years old. What you said? Heart attack?
That's what they saying. Heart attack.
Hey, man. Sometimes God come knocking. It is what it is, and he's a Grammy award-winning artist. So he's accomplished some of the things a lot of people never did. He even got what was I about to say? He even got a Amish person a Grammy. The nigga who made the parody of Gangsta's Paradise. That nigga won a Grammy for it. So
like that song alone, like I'm not like the big one hit wonder fan. Not that cool. I'm saying that song alone is like bigger than just like a one hit. That's a legendary
Stevie
song.
Wonder sample too. He did it some justice.
That's it's different. It hit different.
That was my first cassette tape ever. Yeah, I'm that old.
Speaking on cassette tapes, what that mean?
Yeah, cassette tape, man. You put that motherfucker in the tape player.
Is that like a CD?
That motherfucker. Nah, hell, that motherfucker might pop. You gotta reel it back up in there, And that
kids these days don't even know what a CD
clear,
is, let alone a cassette tape.
Yeah, that was my first cassette tape,
That's
nigga.
wild.
We used to play that shit.
Gangsta break. Nigga, you trying to wind it back up and you goddamn snip that shit?
Yeah, that shit done. It's over with, bro. Simple.
Shout out to Coolio, man.
Yeah, that's why
I'm not gonna sit here and flex like I'm the biggest if it's catalog fan, but that song,
Keenan and Kel.
Here we go. Come on, like
that's all you needed right there.
He was that nigga for that. Like that song go anytime you play it.
Oh God. So rest in peace to Coolio, man. I hate that what it was, but
Hey,
you had a good life, a successful career.
Not saying that this one is better, a good thing, but at least it ain't somebody got killed this time. At least it's because it's natural causes.
Jesus Christ, that's the bar we going.
Speaking of that,
Nah, I'm just saying.
Speaking of that, rest in peace again to PNB Rock.
Stupid motherfucker.
Maybe his family can have like a half a decent night of sleep.
Everybody that
knowing that
with his wife, I need an apology.
So you on that Cardi shit?
Hold on, we gonna get there. Except for they got it. I'm trying to just say what happened. I'm just trying to say, hold on. So look, his killers have been arrested. Alleged killers, and they kept it all in the family. That's what I'm gonna say. You got Freddie Lee Trone. I think the son's name was Freddie Lee Trone Jr. And then the stepmom. Apparently, the story goes like they spotted them actually in the actual parking lot of Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. And I guess they sent the son in there to make the move.
They said them niggas already just sitting in that parking lot just scoping the scene.
Yeah, that's probably what they do, I guess. You know, I seen somebody on the internet say the perfect way to play it. When you a jacker, when you a robber, a killer, it's never time to not clock in. They keep their materials on them at all times. And they ready to clock in when it's time to clock in. And I guess they seen PNB lacking. And they clocked in to work. So, what do y'all think about this? I don't even know what question to ask about this situation. This shit sound crazy to me.
Do y'all think that they actually knew who he was, or they saw the jury and just went out there that way?
I think maybe the son knew who he was.
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
But I will say that's some Grand Theft Auto. That's some just mission shit. Like, to be 17 years old and just go rob. One thing I want to know is, like, I wonder if he fought back or if he just, because him being 17, being that young with a gun, made me think that
he felt like he had to shoot.
He had to shoot. He probably wasn't even like thinking, okay, I've been done this enough times to this man ain't going.
He ain't got no experience for
real.
real.
That might have been his
they sent that nigga in there like it was training day, bro.
So it's kind of like it make me feel like him being that young is like it's scary because it's like it was no chance. No chance. Like that LA lifestyle shit crazy, man.
So, like, I'm trying to figure out, the dad must not have been that smart for them to be able to get caught. Like, are you driving with your registered tags?
They burned the car.
But the tags is already, like, on the camera or whatever happened.
Yeah, I mean, so clearly they wasn't thinking about surveillance if they was already sitting there.
If they was sitting in the parking lot and that was their plan to do that, you just think that maybe you should have been the one in there going in there.
First of all, why is y'all sending the kid?
The proper way to do this shit. I mean, maybe try to get him his first, get him some.
You gotta start somewhere. Hey, if you think
you say you gotta start somewhere, but damn, you start him somewhere, but you gonna start him on a high profile celebrity artist. If shit went, I don't think maybe they didn't know. The 32-year-old woman, which is the stepmother, she's 32 years old. PNB Rock was 30. I'm pretty sure she has an idea who he is.
I'm not gonna lie to you,
including a 17-year-old.
Until this happened,
you ain't know who he was.
PNB Rock walked past, I know his music, but if he walked past me, I would not know.
I would know. He
has a distinct look. And he's been on a couple high profile songs.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad if you don't know who he is.
Yeah, it's people. I believe that. I believe you. I believe you. I believe what you're saying.
He don't look like a lot.
But what I'm saying, him being in LA. That's a notable face. I can see that if somebody knew him. So
Brandon, are you saying? And I'm putting word on my accent. If the kid knew he was PNB Rock, it might have went different. Or if he don't,
no. I'm not saying because he was sent there to do a mission. So regardless of the fact, the mission was gonna get completed.
You think the dad gonna plead the same thing as Queso them dad?
Yeah, I think he's snitching.
I know.
I definitely know stepmama snitching because she gonna say she ain't had nothing to do with it. She was just sitting in the car.
So they saw her in the car. That's how she got.
I don't know how they got him, but they got all three of them. They didn't put them details out. As far as that, they caught the dad in Vegas yesterday.
Oh, he got caught.
Yeah, he caught now. He in Vegas. They got everybody in jail. So all I'm saying is that I think that her and the dad might snitch. I definitely think she's snitching. Oh, let me say this. I follow this. I know y'all about to laugh. I follow this psychic on Twitter. I'm just putting this out there. I'm gonna put this out there.
He must have predicted that.
No. I'm putting this out here. I'm putting this.
It wasn't funny, bro.
It was. But I had to.
No, I'm putting this out there because I don't know if they ever gonna put the boy's picture out. But she said, and I'm saying this just because
she said I follow a psychic.
She said that he's a heavy set. She said he's a heavy set nigga with some twist, like some dreads or like some twist type shit in his head. She said that. Now listen.
When did she say this?
She said this right when it happened. Right after it happened. Now what I will say, I'm gonna try to find her page for y'all. She do have tweets. She do have tweets where when some shit happened, she goes back and retweets that tweet, like quotes it, and be like, this is exactly what I was talking about. And I'll be like, this is kind of eerie. How the fuck did she?
Does she got a Twitter where you can edit your old tweets or some shit?
Nah, you know you can't do that no more. You know, you can't redo that. You know, because I used to be the re-edit somebody tweet king like shit like that. You know, back in the day they used to be like.
The married one. The married one. That's what I thought. Don't go. You hear me?
And
you know what? You're not listening to me.
Call me now for your free reading.
Miss Cleo, shouts out.
Hey,
bro.
listen. I could be wrong. The reason I'm saying that is I'm putting it out there just in case y'all see a heavyset killer with the twist or some locks or
I was
something.
asking that only because I'm like, all right. Because once we get that little bit of information, somebody doing up digging, you can find the son.
Yeah, no. This was weeks ago. This is right when it happened, like the day of the day.
A nigga had dreads. It was a killer. That's like.
But heavy set.
But heavyset as well. That's kind of like all right. And I'm telling you, based off of her page, she done predicted some shit.
She told me that nigga had a tattoo on the left side of his neck.
All right, bro. Shouts out Miss Cleo, man.
Tattoo on her titty. They said, "Fuck you, pay me." So, yeah. So, what do y'all think? Do y'all think who's snitching? Y'all think somebody snitching? You think one of them gonna snitch?
I mean,
I don't think the dad gonna snitch. He had a look in the face. It was just like, fuck it. That nigga already looked like he was on felony probation anyway. So
The son was on probation.
on third strike.
Oh, they said the son was on probation with a. Oh no, he was on parole. This is a 17-year-old. He was on parole with a monitor, but the monitor wasn't being tracked at the time.
that shit's sad, man.
So yeah, I actually kind of feel sorry for the 17-year-old. If this is the guidance that he grew up with, he didn't stand a chance. You feel me?
I mean, but a LA gang culture, I mean, shit.
Let me ask y'all something. Do y'all think that people choose a lifestyle or they have no choice? Do you think it's possible to have no choice
Both.
into a lifestyle?
Both. I've seen
Like, do you
both.
think that? Let me say this. Let's say that this dude, this is the type of environment he been all his life, right? Do you think at some point he realizes the lifestyle that he's living is wrong and he makes the choice to keep living it?
He may not have no choice because, like, say this same situation.
Mm-hmm.
He already got an ankle monitor. Always like, yo, you know, after this, when I get past this, I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
But the pop said, hey, get your ass in this car. We gotta eat. We need to go. We gotta go rob somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you ain't got no choice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not. I'm not saying that, like. I mean, you still have a choice, but you still have the mindset.
No.
of
The
a
way that you
kid.
just described
It's like,
it,
you have no choice. You gotta listen.
the way that you just said it, I concur. Because he's a minor, he's a child. I'll say this.
He ain't gonna get no mind time.
I think that that's a situation where that's probably in the low percentile. I think that, put like this, another situation where I feel like I understand what this person's saying, where they feel like they had to be in a certain lifestyle, was 21 Savage. He was saying like, I couldn't go to school at one point. I had to drop out because I was an immigrant. My papers wasn't right. I couldn't get a job. When he first started his career, he couldn't get on a plane. He had to drive everywhere he went because he was that's who he was, like he's an immigrant.
All right.
So he said when he was a child and he dropped out of school, he had no choice but to be in the streets because he couldn't get a job.
No, I disagree with that. I disagree with that because
Okay,
there's
explain.
a lot of illegal immigrants that don't be in the street. They find work to they do what they gotta do in a different way.
But he was a minor. He's a minor. He's a minor. Wait a minute. And it's not like he lived. Well, he did live in Snellville, but that's when he was going to school. Imagine if you coming up in an environment like Glenwood or Central Drive and Stone Mountain.
I'm not saying it's,
And that's the only. You don't see Mexicans. And I hate to say
I
that.
didn't say the word.
I'm saying you're not gonna see a Hispanic person or somebody look like you. Let me say this: you're not gonna see somebody look like you standing outside of Home Depot.
Listen, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I'm saying that at the end of the day, I don't think it's unfortunate, and we got to do as a society what we got to do to fix the system, to fix the culture that perpetuates this. It's not an excuse. It's not an excuse.
I have to disagree.
So if
And even if it is, I don't think 21 Savage fits in that 1 percentile.
I think he does.
I don't.
I think he
Personally,
does
I
because he
don't.
said it. He said it. He was like,
I
"Yo,
don't.
He said the walls closed in on me. I felt like that's the only thing I could do."
I don't.
At
I
that
think
point.
you make choices, bro. I don't think his life was so he's so irrational. Everything he knows is murder, violence, guns, that he couldn't have made better choices to not be a criminal.
Just turn yours off.
Personally. And I don't know that nigga personally. I just, he ain't. I know niggas from Snellville.
A little louder, you be all right.
You know what I'm saying? So, personally, I feel like, nah, that's not an excuse. For the 17-year-old with that shit, a lot of pressure come from parents. I do, but he was already on probation. He already done seen a judge. You know right from wrong at a certain point. At a certain point, you gotta be held accountable. When you go to court and the judge, you ain't sharing them charges. Them yours.
What I'm saying.
You gotta hold that.
Nah, I think you making it black and white, and it's not black and white.
I don't think it's black and white. I just think at a certain point you get chances in life to make the right choice. So I don't think it's from A to B. You grew up in this and then you robbing PNB. I think there's some middle ground in there that we don't know or we ignore it.
If you living with your pop and that's his lifestyle, how you not gonna? If he's influencing, he's telling you to do this, you gonna tell him no? No,
I'm saying if that's the case, then yeah, but we don't know if that's the case. So
we're talking about like situations.
We talking about guidance. Clearly, that's his
guidance.
That's his family. That's what he's with.
I think you can make choices. Every son that dad put that pressure on them. What's the difference?
I'm gonna say this.
I ask that. What's the difference to somebody that come from the exact same environment and the exact same pressure and they don't go? So I'm asking y'all opinion.
Like if they dad say you got to do this, and this.
Yeah, and they just I don't want to do it.
All right, you kick you out. You on the streets now. You by yourself.
No, no. Listen to me. I'm not saying that don't happen. I'm saying there's scenarios where somebody who grew up in the same street as you, who grew up in the same household. My brother was a criminal. He followed my dad. My other brother, he did it. They
usually have a way out,
bro. Sometimes what I'm saying is
they might
you
not
making
have
this
a mama or a grandma or auntie or somebody that's there to where they have.
You hear what I just said though?
No, we hear you.
You said then they have a choice. That's different.
It's not even necessarily.
That's where you have.
I gotta say this, bro. That's not everybody is different as a person. Mm-hmm. You can say that this person can say no to their parent and not do it, but you don't know. Everybody has different natural character traits, and they may feel like I have to do this for my family. This person literally might have a fear of God. With their father, you feel me?
At what point?
Let me tell my father no.
I hear you. So let me ask you this: at what point do they become responsible for their own choices?
Probably as an adult. As an adult, when you goddamn.
In your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. When they can become an adult. So as a child, if you see the situation, you're a judge, you're an authority figure. How do you 100% blame on the parent? If that's the case.
You said what?
That's in the eyes of the law. That's a little.
No, just morally. Not even morally. Just I hear what y'all saying. I'm not necessarily disagreeing. I just think if you give me a hypothetical scenario, the father was 100% on them and making them do this, and that was the only environment they had. They had no other options. They didn't know right from wrong. They didn't go to school. They weren't taught nothing. They had no other outside influences. Then yeah, that's a serial killer. But I believe that most people have options, and it may be hard, but they choose to just do what's easy. And sometimes that's a character trait, sometimes it's not. But I don't think
we gotta keep moving. I don't know if
it's incoherently like it's coherently like just prone to violence because their parents say
I'm not sure if it's easy. That's why I'm kind of indifferent about that.
No, I definitely don't think it's easy.
But we'll do it if the stream is lagging. Apologize, I'm working on it right now. So y'all just keep it moving. We're gonna keep this moving. Akademiks been having a rough week. Akademiks had a situation. Tracy said whether he's scared of his dad or not, the law gonna make him be responsible for his action and he going to jail. We know that. That's true. Yeah, we know that. You right, Tracy, about that. We know that.
We kind of speaking outside.
We're speaking as far as like just
making
your own decisions. When do you feel like you have that? Did you come up understanding that there's a right and wrong? That's what we trying to say. So
you might have two consequences. You got a consequence to do what he say, you deal with the courts, or you don't do what he say, and then you got the law.
Hey, yo, it's 16, 17, 18 people in here. Y'all hit that like button, man.
Hit that like
button, man.
Hit that like button.
If
Like
you
I
ain't
said,
if you ain't got a username, make one. Hit that like button,
yes,
man.
sir. Like I
I
said,
got a G, man.
like I said,
that like button.
the stream
Y'all
is.
say y'all fuck with me, right? Hit that like button, man. Fuck
The
these
stream
niggas.
got a little lag. I'm working on it right now. I'm working on the settings, so y'all be patient with us. Just listen. Just give us a listen. So let me play the Akademiks. One of the clips that went viral, and we'll talk about it after this. Hold on. The stream is.
Say y'all fuck with me, right?
Oh, hold on. Let me turn off my stream. Goddamn.
Say that shit again.
Y'all remember Lil Wayne's daughter? Lil Wayne's daughter. My bad. I forgot her name. Reginae. Reginae loved hood niggas. She loved Wild Fat Lucci. That was her nigga. That was her nigga, bro. She loved a hood nigga. He had Thug Life tatted across his chest. I think even Wayne got Thug Life tatted across his chest. She loved that nigga, showing up to all type of BT celebrity basketball game.
Funny.
She loved that nigga, man. You know these bitches, like, let me not call it bitch. Like, you know these chicks be like,
So y'all heard right there. Let me go back before I restart what he was playing. He said, "Y'all know these bitches," and then he's gonna stop himself, I guess, and correct himself. Let's listen again.
Life tatted across his chest. She loved that nigga, showing up to all type of BT celebrity basketball games. She love that nigga, man. You know these bitches, like, let me not call it bitch. Like, you know these chicks be like, yo, they love a hood nigga. Of course they love a hood nigga. To that nigga facing 25 to life. The fuck, nigga. Everything was all good with him until she realized that nigga called a Rico. She seen that murder charge on this shit. Nigga, I've never seen a chick quickly. Reginae. Some nigga named Armand. I don't even know who this nigga is. Like, nigga, she even downgraded. Like, she just got some random nigga. Nigga, she don't like thugs no more. She like, nigga.
What's up, my name,
Okay.
All right. Let me
Go ahead.
Let me go. So that's actually the first time I heard that clip. I literally have heard everything else except that full like clip.
Wait, so let me
'Cause
tell
I heard-
you. Let me tell them what happened.
All right, go ahead.
Right before you, and then I'm gonna let you continue. Toya came out and basically, because it got posted on the Shade Room. Now, mind you, this is an old video. Akademiks has been canceled. Akademiks week, so people dug this up. Toya found it. I'm not sure how, and she has something to say about it. And she basically, essentially, said that, you know, he doing some bitch shit. This and like, you know, he
Keep
talking,
my daughter name out your mouth.
keep my daughter. You know, like a parent.
Lil Wayne is my ex-husband. Respect the
Yeah.
title.
So basically, that's essentially what she said. How do you feel about it, Kazadi?
So like, all right. When he was explaining himself, he was basically saying Reginae is not a child. She's an adult, and she's a public figure that has a relationship publicly. Like, she monetizes off her relationship, so she's open for criticism. I initially thought he said what he said just speaking. He said he was making jokes here and there. That came off as like you're not a comedian. You're not on stage. You're just a podcaster, and I'm gonna get to my bigger point, but I'm just saying that if he was talking about somebody I fucking with, then I'm like, bro, you kind of trying me, right? I would feel that way too, right? Even if I'm a public figure, but the fact that she is a public figure, she's not a child. That's nasty, trying to make it look like she's just she's a 13-year-old private citizen, not in the public light. Nah, she's open to criticism, and if somebody else make that same joke. Or because Ak is an easy target because he has a face. His name was with a face, and you might feel some type of way about him being lame or nothing. The whole T.I. and everybody coming to her defense because she cut from a certain cloth. She's associated with certain things. I understand that, and I think Ak understand that too. Some people you can talk about, some people you can't. That's just real life politics. Or if you are gonna do it, you're gonna have to deal with come with it. But the bigger picture. That shit was funny. That shit probably was true for most people. I think he regretted saying the bitch word. That's why he recanted it real quickly. And people were kind of harping on that. But I do think his energy was kind of a little bit... Hearing that for the first time...
The tone
of his energy was a little bit... He could have said the same thing.
That's what he said. T.I. told him, like, it's the tone.
The tone, you was treating her like she was just ain't shit. And I can... And
I, first of all, let me be the first to say this. If my daughter was to ever date a nigga that just caught a RICO charge, and this is from the perspective of Akademiks and the public, if my daughter was ever catch a nigga and she's 23, this nigga 31, 5 kids, you know, if you don't leave him, I'm gonna leave him for you. I'm gonna have to go pay a nigga a visit. Take off your visiting list, nigga. She never coming to see you again, bitch.
See, I get that, but to me, I just don't. Why start there?
I'm playing.
No.
Damn, crickets. That joke.
Nah, it hit. But I'm saying, I'm joking. But Justin, I want to get to that point. My thing is, that if you're a dad, why wait till he get the RICO charge? Why not step up before?
Tia said he talks reckless about females, but watches his mouth when it comes to men. Nah, Tia, listen. See, this is okay. So Tia, you my nigga. I have to tell you this. Go look up any clip with him and Meek Mill.
That
nigga has violated Meek Mill. My son, Nav.
Nav. What's homie name?
See, this is
Freddie Gibbs.
Freddie Gibbs.
That nigga talk reckless.
See, this is. Let me say something real quick. This is in T.I. I'm not trying to harp on you because I understand it. Y'all don't watch his content the same way I watch his content, right? So it's kind of like Kevin Samuels. Like, they be like, he only talk about women. Nah, I just think y'all see clips or y'all see shit like that when it goes wrong.
Officer
and then y'all be like, man, this nigga a bitch. Why he always talking about women like that? Because y'all are on the Shade Room. That's why. Like, the Shade Room doesn't put up anything to make Akademiks look positive. Or to make those type of people look positive. That's just what it is.
But I'll keep it a buck.
Go ahead.
This ain't nowhere near one of the worst academic comments he did. He actually tried to correct himself.
It's not.
From referring to her as a bitch. Like, they say niggas use the word bitch so freely now that when he know that it's somebody that he shouldn't call a bitch.
Hit that like button.
Somebody he shouldn't call a bitch, then the nigga's like, oh, my bad. Let me fix
See,
it.
that's a difficult. And you might get into the justice.
She said she feel like his energy be different. She said she watches stuff. All right, well,
no, that might be true. He definitely go hard. That's his stance. Hard on, what did he say? Hard on bitches, hard on hoes,
hard on thoughts.
Hard on thoughts. So he just recently started like getting a little bit more bass in his voice for certain niggas. People he feel like he said the same thing. He don't say that to every nigga. Niggas he feel like he can play with. But fuck all that. The real conversation is what T.I. said to him.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I figured he was gonna say. Go ahead.
This is what I was gonna say. T.I. said, and this is where it gets different. The issue wasn't necessarily just about being called a bitch. The issue was he's speaking on her and using her as an example that wasn't factual. So she's saying that allegedly she had been broke up with him before the RICO charge even came about. She was done with him. Akademiks, and I believe this, I was in belief of this too, that she broke up with him
after the RICO.
Once he caught the RICO. Now, where I disagree with Akademiks, I think that's the right move to do at 21, 22 years old.
Them jokes gonna fly either way.
But we know how it is. Niggas think that you're supposed to be a down bitch.
Gotta stay down, man.
You're supposed to stay down,
don't
nigga.
Snitch
My daddy is Lil Wayne. I'm not some hood bitch.
Homies. You know, all that
My
shit.
daddy is Lil Wayne. I'm not a hood bitch. Let's keep it moving. Now, basically,
realistically,
that's what she was. That's what really I think irked him, and him speaking on that with no knowledge.
But
he's saying, but you are a public figure, and this is how you gave it off. And then they felt like he disrespected her new boyfriend by making him seem like just a guy when allegedly, he's an R&B singer that come from the street. He really was about that life, this, that, and the third.
Some old August, I seen a nigga. So we gonna say like, but T.I. also said something that I think as women, I wish we had like y'all perspective. He said one of the issues that you can't speak about Reginae like that because she's not like that. Because Akademiks saying I learned this bitch word from y'all speaking about rapping. T.I. said context matters. When I was talking about bitches in my song, I was talking about bitches. Reginae don't fall. So it's cool to call any girl she act like a bitch since Reginae is not.
No, that's hypocritical.
That's
you can't
wild.
define.
So now
you can't define like what Did you give a definition of what's a bitch to you and what's a woman?
And you know what's funny? I guarantee Act don't speak on Resident Day like that no more.
That's only one.
He's
rapper.
not.
That's
He's.
only one
It's just.
rapper that made a-
Listen, primarily it's because first of all, T.I. trying to. Let's be honest. Let's take the gloves off. T.I. already fucked up with Lil Wayne. He trying to stay in his good graces. Let's just keep it a buck.
I think he fucked with Resident Day too.
No, I'm not saying I don't think he. No,
I think he fucked with Resident Day way more.
no, I'm not saying that.
I used to.
Yeah, no,
He
I'm
fucked
not.
with
I'm.
Resident Day.
I'm not
Like,
disagreeing with that. What I'm saying is.
Yeah.
He knows
I'm
that
saying, but I
he
don't
knows
think
that
Wayne
he
would
fell
care.
out. He fell out with Regine. He fell out with Wayne because when he
Yeah.
fell out with Wayne, Regine was on his ass.
Facts.
What I'm saying is now that he is back in the good graces, I think that he's overcompensating for the respect and the good grace that he has for them.
Just to see.
Just to be like, I really do fuck
I
with
fuck with
y'all.
y'all.
Yeah, like just to prove his point in case they ever felt like that. So all I'm saying is, T.I.,
That's hypocritical though.
remember how we did them hoes? Do you remember how we did them hoes?
It's hypocritical.
Yeah, that's
just
all.
keep it a boy. I guess he is keeping it a buck. Don't talk about.
I mean,
mine.
we can't listen.
Don't talk about
T.I.,
mine.
I'm sure that there's. First of all, Akademiks made a great point on the Breakfast Club. He said, I speak 50 hours a week of audio into a mic, right? I speak that. Nigga, I was cringing because I was watching my own fucking live the other day. And I went so crazy on, what's the girl?
Yeah, they be wildin', bro.
What's the girl from Houston?
Which one?
Not Megan Thee Stallion, the fake Megan Thee Stallion.
What you call her? What you call her?
The H-Town Sloppy.
Yeah, I know you be.
Erica Banks.
Okay.
I went crazy on Erica Banks, and I was
know.
calling her all types of bitches, and I was cringing like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. And that was just like a 2-hour thing. So now my thing is, if you do 50 hours of audio a week, right? You do 50 hours of audio a week, right? You gonna step out of bounds.
You got apology for Erica Banks?
Yeah, bro. I apologize for that girl, man.
I apologize for calling you a bitch, but you is the H-Town sloppy. Tracy said, I disagree. I think he genuinely care. Been around since she was a kid. I'm not saying that he did it.
I see, because like I was saying, to piggyback what she's saying, I don't think Lil Wayne would do that for his daughter, because he never was around. Y'all never even see like their daughters are cool. They grew up together, and we see Tiny and Toya of cool. T.I. was a part of that. Wayne never really was a part of
Wayne is
that.
actually to handle shit. He ain't gotta. He probably done spoke to Academic. You ain't gotta do the shit. Bro.
I don't think Wayne doesn't even know about this shit. The way they personally have said it. They say Wayne. You ever watched their show? Was it Grown Up Hip Hop?
Yeah.
I watched like a couple episodes of that shit. It was actually entertaining. When Waka Flocka little brother, Debbie aunt son, whatever, was fucking with Regine, they was like, Wayne's oblivious to that shit. Let somebody tell that nigga the Black Lives Matter. He don't know. He might not know she was going out with YFN.
Nah,
I'm joking.
I mean, I remember back in the day, I heard that them niggas had already had a conversation.
I just think T.I. is a lot more,
He's a lot more social conscious, more.
and just more part of their relationship than Wayne would be.
Yeah.
That's why Regine probably felt some type of way about T.I. saying something. She was like, you kind of like more of my uncle than
Keep talking. I'm setting up another camera.
Wayne
so we can get this
than
live.
Wayne is to T.I. daughter. But yeah, T.I. it's hypocritical. This is the truth. Just stand on it. We talk about bitches and hoes and broad, but my niece is not like that. All right.
Tracy said exactly. Wayne wouldn't do it for T.I. daughter because he wasn't around.
He wasn't
but
around.
with Toya and Tiny being best friends, it's different with T.I.
It's different.
And that was my whole point about Toya, that relationship.
Toya would say it for homegirl daughter, for T.I. and them daughter, because I seen it. T.I. Lil Wayne don't be a part of that shit.
Man, that nigga be at the studio.
That nigga don't be part of that shit. From what I see, T.I. be in everybody's business. Of course he gonna say something.
No, it's just lagging. So
But I do think Act, in the bigger picture, he's not going to speak on Regine.
Huh?
Come down a little bit if you can.
To the right.
I do think Act is not going to speak on Regine like that no more, right? Unless it's too wild. Just because it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. But and from T.I.'s point, as long as she's a known whatever, you can call a girl a bitch. But if she's respectable or she's Lil Wayne's daughter or T.I.'s daughter, you can't do it.
Tupac said it best. He got a whole song.
Still lagging. Fuck it.
I don't know, bro. I just think it's hypocritical, man. Stand on that shit or don't.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's see.
DaBaby
falling off his career over. We gonna get there. Trust me. We getting there.
Never hungry again.
Shout out to Never Hungry Again.
All right, we gonna talk about that.
Fine. Let's get to that right now. Okay. So DaBaby. Shout out to Never Hungry Again. You forced our hand, player. So DaBaby had an actual album a surprise album he dropped, and he had a track on there called The Boogeyman or Boogeyman. And on there, his lyrics, he's saying basically, they tried to play with me. They said I was childish. The day before, she said Tory shot her. I was fucking on Megan Thee Stallion. And then he said I even fucked her the day before too. And then said that her pretty boy boyfriend, Partisan Fontaine, was basically talking shit online, basically, right? Calling him a coward. He said he waited to put it on his next album. That was literally part of the lyrics. He said he was waiting to say that on his next album. So I think we all can agree and say he used that for promotional purposes, right? He's saying that's for promotional purposes. So he dropped the album, and lo and behold, he done sold. Allegedly, he's on track to sell 13 to 16,000, according to Akademiks. Akademiks said that Ebro, he was having an argument online saying that Ebro and Apple Music blackballed him, and he even said that this is the reason. If you don't, if these streaming apps don't fuck with you, then you're not gonna be successful as an artist.
Quick question: when did Ebro get that much pull with Apple?
He been had that. Y'all ain't know that?
I knew he had pull.
He been the chief editorial, the playlist editorial guy. He's been that.
Damn, I thought it was just the power. Well, not one hot one. What's
97 Hot 97?
Hot 97. I thought that was
director.
just,
nah, brother.
Well, shit, I haven't been that. I didn't know that. That's why niggas don't fuck with Ebro. He got pull.
He got pulled everywhere. Everybody saying he blackballed him.
But all right, so the big conversation is all right. What's the question?
I guess we could say the first question will be this:
or how we feel about it.
Is it over for DaBaby? Well, yeah. Matter of fact, the pillow talking part.
That shit, man.
You ain't speak on it.
That shit lame, bro. That shit lame. It's not surprised, but majority of niggas is lame. Majority of niggas don't stand on nothing. Majority of niggas, when it's time,
do we think,
especially when it comes to making money, we're willing to compromise their integrity or their morals.
Do we think this is the part where? Do we think this was DaBaby's last swing, break the glass in case of emergency? Do we think it's over for him as a big artist? Like, do we think he'll never touch his peak again?
I don't think he'll touch his peak. But is it over? No, because I thought Meek Mill was over. It's always
Meek Mill ain't never sold 13 to 16.
But Meek Mill was never blackballed. He lost a battle to Drake, but he wasn't.
That's why it's hard. But he was successful after that.
So the difference.
That's why it's hard to compare. That's why I'm asking you. That's why I'm confused why you comparing.
Because you know who was blackballed?
Who?
Chris Brown.
They saying Chris Brown still blackballed, but his fan base still sell records. So
my point is this.
6ix9ine sold more records. Fucking NBA YoungBoy still saw 100. He blackballed.
Well, I also think DaBaby is not as hot musically as he was, regardless of being blackballed or not. Let's say he had all the support. He wasn't gonna touch his numbers again. He was the last hit he had.
I mean,
he ain't been hot.
Right, but you gotta think he already got blackballed with the homo stuff.
Facts.
Then you had
the Megan shit. Facts.
You kicked your girl out on live.
Right, and then the smartest idea is not to put out a surprise album. At least try to get a hit to get niggas. All right, let's try to get this nigga a chance.
Yeah, all that.
The arrogance. He was arrogant. He thought that he still people.
No.
but this is a deeper conversation. What we doing with this blackball shit? Like I don't like people looking at we have debates every day about album sales and impact. Niggas is clearly blackballed. That's not fair to compare somebody who's blackballed and somebody who get a push. Are these numbers even real? If it's as simple as somebody pushing a button to playlist you, what does that mean?
Basically, a lot of artists, it's the same as YouTube, like Apple Music, all these Spotify, all these, they have algorithms. Now,
it's nasty work because I'm a nigga that like numbers.
They took them out of the algorithm.
I like facts, but at the same time, if we compare it to baseball, at one point these niggas hitting all these home runs was lit until they said they got steroids. Now we don't. Now they're not in the Hall of Fame. So now what? These are steroids in the opposite way. These niggas are getting blackballed. These numbers aren't an end all be all. People get number one records and then we don't hit it and they fall. Like we gotta look at this shit a little bit different. That's all I'm trying to say. Yeah. There's no reason why we could say he's selling 16,000. He flopped. He's done when he's getting clearly blackballed. Or somebody else might sell 70, 80,000 with advertisement, with push. But I don't know what these numbers is. Niggas labeled by. I don't know. All this shit, and this might have been going on forever. I don't know. But all I'm just saying is with these music shit, I'm not just going to sit here. The way I look at it now, I need context. That's all I'm trying to say. I need context. Don't just give me a number. Give me context. Because you can make a number or say whatever you want to say.
So the question is, do we think, how far do we think that DaBaby can return from this?
Just got to play the game.
You think he can still sell 100K?
If he play the game right.
I think he's
going to have to get a hit.
He's going to need a hit, though. He need a hit. But he needs something that go. He needs something that
Rich
go.
Homie Quan said it. He had the hits. Niggas just stopped fucking with him.
Justin, you listen to music way more than me. Did Rich Homie Quan have another hit after his last hit?
I definitely think that Rich Homie was falling off.
I'm just asking her. And I'm not trying to be funny. Like
no. And what I'm saying is, in his mind, he's saying he had the music. Now, a part of Rich Homie's story. This is why I guess maybe I can't argue that, because a part of his story was also he couldn't release music for 2 years. So maybe he did have the hits.
Why couldn't he release
But it
music?
might have, because he was in moderation with his label, whatever that shit's called.
Oh, he had a contract where
he had a contract issue where they didn't pay him for his old music. So why would I keep releasing music if you didn't pay me for my old music?
Money wise, yeah, I'm not mad at that. I just
new music, that shit gonna get old by the time you can release that shit.
Exactly. So
I do believe niggas got like good music when they're blackballed, like after they fall off. Like I don't listen to T.I. can drop an album today. I'm sorry. Lil Wayne can drop an album. Jeezy, I'm not. Y'all,
you're not caring about it.
My ear is not.
Wayne actually is getting back to.
I'm talking about me personally. There's certain people that I'm not.
I get what you're saying.
I'm not gonna give you a chance just because I feel like you're out your prime. That's just. I'm sorry. You got to go above and beyond.
I'm gonna give y'all a chance. I'm gonna talk shit.
But you know what I'm saying. But like Rich Homie Quan, bro, like drop a hit. I don't need nobody. I can hear a song, but that shit go. I go in the club, that shit.
Man, I don't want to hear no fucking camera.
Come on, man. This ain't Purple Haze.
Yeah.
And part of that hype matters, bro. But big picture, my point is that we need to add context to shit. Because any debate I'm having from now on, if you tell me the numbers, what was the situation going on with that? Because these shits be steroids.
Bro, you got any what scenarios, bro? Because it's time for that. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. Say what? Say what? What's the scenario? Talk to me, bro. You got anything? Oh, do you want me to read this Mike and Bill one?
Hey, we lit, man.
Mike and Bill have an ongoing beef.
Yeah, we going. This
Mike makes a post dissing Bill and said they can fight. Bill doesn't see it, and a month goes by. A up-and-coming blogger reposts Mike's vid, and Bill sees it. And okay, I get what you're saying. Okay, Mike. Okay, let me restart it. Mike and Bill have a beef. Mike has a post saying like, "Pull up, we can fight." Bill doesn't see it. A month later, a blogger reposted it. Now Bill sees it and he's ready to beef again. Mike is blaming the blogger for resparking the beef. Is the blogger wrong, or should Mike take accountability? That's a great question.
Hey, man.
Chi in the building, not out of his prime. He definitely out of his prime.
Nigga ain't made a hit. Niggas was we're gonna go with Mike and Bill, but niggas was saying the baby sounds the same, make the same song.
He does. He got that same
for
flu.
a minute now.
Whatever happened to every 6 months dropping the tape? He ain't the same dude that had the diaper. That hunger ain't there no more. But keep going. Let's go. How y'all feel about Mike and Bill? Okay, I'll tell you how I feel about Mike and Bill. All right, yeah, Mike, you should take accountability straight up. Let's say that if Mike got some kind of clout, obviously if somebody's reposting up your shit, Mike, you gotta take accountability. Yes, I guess it does in actuality. I guess kind of re-spark a beef. But if you some type of public figure, this is what I'm assuming he is, to the point where you know if you go live and you put that out there. It's up to you. So
fuck that. That bloggers are goddamn instigating. Goddamn staring up some shit. Like now you just a messy motherfucker.
So that's like the equivalent.
Just let him speak. Let him get it out.
You know, me and him might already spoke about this shit
behind the scenes.
You don't know what happened. So now you just instigate some shit
So let me ask you.
that might have already been done.
So if y'all spoke on something, why not just address it? Why not say, hey, look, we ain't worried about what the blog's saying. We already discussed that. We good.
All right, but
and that kills it.
Now you got niggas in the comments like
so because you're fragile, your ego is fragile as fuck, and you went on the internet, and that's the problem. That's why I had to take accountability, because you're the type of nigga to get on the internet and challenge a nigga to a fight.
I'm not saying the nigga
Mike.
Wrong.
No, what I'm saying is
the blog
it's a fucking gnat in here.
They got this shit going. Like he got this
what I'm saying is, bro, what I'm saying is, Mike, you decided to get online, say some shit, challenge a nigga to a duel. You wanted to challenge a nigga to a duel. You wanted to fight him. You had all this energy. And because y'all spoke behind the scenes, the bloggers
allegedly
are wrong for posting the shit that you posted first. And you're saying it's because me and him may have talked behind the scene and we already squashed it.
All I'm saying is,
where's your self-responsibility? You should have addressed it. You should have said something if that's the case.
So let me ask you, Justin. I want to ask you. All right, both of y'all answer this. Let's say 2 weeks after Mike made that post, he said, "Me and Bill talked about that, and we good now. We squashed it. It was some internet shit. It was some internet shit, and we good." And then the blogger posted it 2 weeks later. I know you still feel
it still don't matter. Y'all gotta realize. Gotta realize anything you put on the internet lasts forever. Anything you put on the internet lasts forever. If you're gonna be a public figure and you know that there's people that sit there and record you in the screen. This ain't no mag. This ain't no mag tape.
This is like your man tape.
This is real life. This is real life right here. Nah, what I'm saying is, anytime you post something, first of all, you would tell if you was Mike's friend or Mike was like your little homie, you would tell him, why are you going? The first thing you would say is, why are you going to the internet? Of course. Saying shit. What did Kendrick say on the interlude with Drake? You belong to the people when you outside. Once you got on the internet and you did that,
bury me alive.
You belong to the people, nigga. You belong to the internet. Once it's there, it ain't no going back. So don't say they instigating it. I guess if that's the word you want to use. But the first line of accountability is you.
This is what I would say to the blogger. Anything you post on the internet lasts forever. So if during that month there was no other action, there was no other blogs, there was no other tweets, there was no other movement, and you trying to get traction by posting that for whatever reason,
he gonna have some consequences.
You gonna have consequences as well, because Mike gonna feel some type of way. Some people don't like instigators, and not everybody. I'm saying there's people that feel like if you instigate, like you, that shit ain't got nothing to do with you.
I can agree with that.
But you instigating that shit for clout, for views, for your own personal gain. Those two men got a problem, and you instigating it by posting something a month later. My question is that if he had did it a day later, is it cool?
A day later, what?
If Mike make that post at 6:00 p.m. and then the up-and-coming blogger the next day posts it at 1 p.m. saying, "Hey, Mike challenged Bill to a fade," would Mike have a problem with that? Nah, Mike's mad because he said he did it a month later. So where is the line where you stop?
It ain't no rule. That's
Where's
what I'm saying.
It ain't get blurry at that point. You instigating, you not. I don't get it.
It's only because you and him know that y'all cool. Yeah, well, you should have to denounce that. What
Bill
I'm
didn't see it.
Yeah.
And then because now it was dead. Now you mad because Bill got pressure on you.
Come on now.
That's the real issue.
It's one thing if y'all said the nigga lied, like, or how he posted it, like clickbaited it, then I can understand
If
that.
he just reposted your
But
shit,
if he just reposted some old shit that y'all did, niggas have beef all the time, and then niggas are document that shit. Like, you think these niggas ain't reposting shit from YSL or other shit, like how they reposting what Act said?
So example of this would be T.I. Lil Wayne, right?
Yeah.
They
cool now, right?
So, and let's say tomorrow T.I. Lil Wayne on a post together. Let's say Lil Wayne said happy birthday. Let's say they're on IG Live, and he's like, happy birthday, man. And then somebody tags Lil Wayne in the post where T.I. says,
Nigga, so you instigating some shit. Clearly, them niggas like,
and you feel like that person deserves all the accountability, responsibility for what T.I. said 4 years ago about.
T.I. put that shit up. If y'all niggas is cool, how you say y'all cool,
that shit
then
matter.
y'all know how the internet work. Come on, bro. You know how the internet work. You know niggas repost old shit all the time. Come on, bro. Like, let's think about it.
See,
like, niggas is
I'm not lying and we'll be like,
it shouldn't be instigated. Y'all friendship was fragile. Y'all friendship was fragile if that shit, some shit that's gonna fuck y'all back up.
I'm not saying the shit gonna be over with. Like, we ain't gonna be cool no more after this shit. All I'm saying is
you gonna feel some type of way about the instigator.
So you gonna feel a type of way?
Some shit back up.
I'm asking y'all, you gonna feel a type of way?
Brandon's saying he's not gonna feel some type of way if he's Lil Wayne in the situation about T.I. He's gonna feel some type of way about the instigator.
Bro, now you just trying to get some.
Well, I'll tell you, nigga, that's just the beginning, nigga. That's always gonna happen.
I'm not saying that.
That's forever gonna. No, what I'm saying is,
bloggers do.
I say that I wouldn't even pay no mind to that shit. I wouldn't even call you an instigator because that's just what it is. I mean, if you want to sit there and point the finger and be technical, cool. But what I'm saying is the first line of accountability about this whole situation is you for going to the internet, period. You're the first person. Yeah, that was the question, accountability, right? You're the first person because you're the one who brought it to the internet for the bloggers to do that. So you have to blame yourself. That's a lesson learned. From now on, if you have a personal issue, I guarantee you'll never go to the internet again. Them niggas really taught you a lesson because these niggas is gonna monetize off of it. A nigga like me, I'm gonna put my commentary on that bitch on the LaFleur Lounge. Go check it out. All that shit.
I just feel like if you go to the internet with some shit, you just can't be mad.
It's
if
done.
Somebody reposts your shit. You can't be because you did it. If you choose to, it's your fault. Don't go on the internet with that shit. But Nat 2's Big Just Zero. But
I'm like 37. I'm like 0-37.
But I'll say this though, like as that up and coming blogger, as that thing, believe that people.
First of all, Chris, her name is not Ty. I know you love all that little Asian food. It's Tia, nigga. She said. Shout out to Chi Chi. She said, "Why can't he tell his friend?" Chi Chi said, "Why can't he tell his friend how he feel and address it like grown folks?"
I ain't said it was friends.
Okay.
I mean, that's how it should have been handled. You're right.
Yeah, he shouldn't have never came to the internet.
Why you go on the internet?
Yeah, you should have never been no internet nigga. You was a clout chaser. You can't be a clout chaser mad that niggas is clout chasing off of you.
But Justin,
when you done clout
said
chasing,
they might be public figures. Does that change anything?
The same way you said niggas is supposed to know they right from wrong. You supposed to know your right from wrong as a public figure.
Why does nigga ain't at work but in the comments?
He in the movies watching us.
Hey man, fuck Chris. So goddamn Thai food ass nigga.
Give us another one. You got another one?
Go ahead.
Or do I need to read it? Okay. Who wrote this one about Tom? You?
Bro, this is a group effort.
Okay.
The public don't need to know who.
I'm just trying to get the name right because it says Shiv. I don't know
make up the name.
Okay. Tom and his wife Yolanda can't have a baby due to
the S word at least. Yolanda Adams.
Tom and his wife Yolanda can't have a baby due to his. I already know where this is going. Due to his wife, it's a health risk. Tom's doctor suggests they get a surrogate. Tom's mother volunteers to the host. Any problem with a mother carrying their own son's baby as a surrogate?
There you go.
I'll say this. No. No.
All right.
Who would
just say let Brandon go.
Okay,
I gotta hear what the hell you about to say.
Nah, that's why I want Brandon to go.
I'm gonna say
fuck goddamn back road Alabama shit is.
Do you know what a surrogate is? Do you know what a surrogate is? You know what happened?
Their son's baby.
I don't care. Like, I just think that shit is weird.
Okay.
It's weird as fuck.
Okay, it's unconventional.
I know you just get shot up in you or whatever. However they do.
I'm gonna say this.
Wait. You was right. Let this nigga go.
Go ahead.
No, just
me.
What
I'm saying is that it's I guess it's unconventional, but it's not like no physical type of ancestor in the situation. She's literally carrying your egg, and if you really think about it, who do you trust more? Are y'all gonna trust a surrogate? Because a lot of people. Can I finish? Can I finish?
A compilation of
I'm trying to finish, bro. What I'm saying is, a lot of people that have surrogates, it's kind of like having a stepchild. I mean, not a stepchild, but it's kind of like a situation where it's like you basically like this person's gonna adopt this child. I'm gonna adopt your baby. They can change their mind. Motherfuckers can do that. You know, they might be a smoker. They might be doing this. Yeah, it's very unconventional. I don't know if it's something that I would do, but I don't think it's necessarily wrong. Because it's just your mother carrying y'all's DNA in your stomach.
Y'all can't find a cousin.
What's the difference? Now, so if you do a cousin, what's the difference between a cousin and your mama?
Down the bloodline. I just feel like
okay, so when your cousin is ready to keep the baby, then what? I mean, your mama not gonna keep the baby. I just think that y'all is looking at it a certain way. Y'all looking at it a certain way. That's all it is.
I don't want my mama to be my baby's grandmommy, my mommy granny. That'd be my son brother. Like,
let me say this.
Weird,
let me say.
I get. Let you go. Let me go.
I got you.
I get the surrogate shit is not DNA. It's not DNA. They take Yolanda's egg and take Tom's sperm and put it in Tom's. You know, they put that concoction into Tom's mother. My thing is though, that's still a baby being developed in your mother's womb. Like what she eating, her feelings, her blood, her everything that's happening in that uterus is still connected. And when your child come out, he gonna look at you like big bro and not pops. Like that shit weird.
That's your own. That's your own.
Weird,
that's
bro.
your own brain telling you that.
I'm not.
That's your own brain telling you that. Let's just be clear. That's your brain telling you that.
If you had to pick anybody, you would be like first on this one.
I didn't. Now I already didn't say it. Clearly you ain't listening. I already didn't say it. I don't know if I would do that with my mom. You clearly ain't listening. You clearly wasn't listening. I already said it. I wouldn't do that with my own mother.
First on his mom.
Yeah, like first of all, y'all niggas not listening. I already said clearly I wouldn't do that with my mom. What I'm saying is, I don't think if that's like the last scenario or the only scenario you trust, I'm not passing judgment on you. That's all I'm saying. Y'all niggas is talking about.
Give me the gavel.
Y'all are talking about shit. Y'all are talking about shit that will be in y'all head. That's fine. I'm not saying y'all ain't supposed to feel how y'all feel about the situation. What I'm saying is what I'm saying is you to say your point. You said let's go to a cousin.
Nah,
that's the same shit.
I'm not going to a
so you gonna feel the same? Are you? So what's the difference between your mother and your cousin?
Stranger.
And I can understand that.
To a stranger,
but so you can say that the cousin is out.
Hell, family member.
It's the same shit. If you're gonna do your cousin, you might as well do your mama, right?
Yeah.
So that's my whole point.
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to say.
I'm not gonna do nobody that close.
Nigga, your cousin is gonna be gone with your baby, bro. That's all I'm trying to tell you. Your cousin gonna be gone with your baby. As far as
I'd rather pay the money.
if he wants to do a stranger, I understand that too.
Stranger. I think it's weird, bro.
What I'm saying is, to me,
I know it's not like it's not. It happens, right? I've seen it like in pop culture. It happens like
Don't say hip hop culture because that ain't no hip hop culture.
Pop culture.
Oh, okay. I thought you said hip hop culture.
I said pop culture. The mom.
Okay.
My girl watched the show 90 Day Fiance, where one of the old ladies, she couldn't have a baby, or she was a risk, help so she wanted her daughter to do it. The daughter was like, I ain't finna have no Nigerian baby. Like,
so what about this? Let me ask you this scenario.
I just think it's weird, bro.
Let me ask you this scenario. You want to get your wife can't have kids, or like she's having trouble, right? Mm-hmm. Like every time she had kids, it's a brutal situation.
Game of Thrones shit.
She wants to use her sister, who's a year older than her, to be a surrogate. Mm-hmm. Would you have an issue with that?
Like a surrogate, like I get.
If she's carrying, no, the same way.
I'm saying like because like it's cheaper that way. No, financially,
we taking the expensive route.
Then why use the sister?
Come on, bro. Like, answer the question.
I'm answering the question.
No, you talking about you talking. I'm not. That's not part of the scenario. The scenario is it's the same way. You're shooting it up.
Justin. Why use the sister? And for me, if I have the financial, there's people that are willing to be a surrogate, to get paid for that. Why use my sister? Why use her sister? What's the point?
What I was saying, okay, so you bringing up extra shit. What I'm saying is
extra shit. You're not
I know. I get what you're saying. I get your point. What I'm saying is, I'm trying to keep it in the same scenario as the question.
Mm-hmm.
I still think that's
the same scenario. The scenario would be this. Let's say that this is the only person your wife trusts. I trust my sister. I don't trust nobody else. I want my sister to carry the egg and deliver the baby.
Fuck.
Are you saying you fuck no? But she's saying it's the only person I trust.
I'm gonna say no.
All right.
We gonna adopt. We gonna do
That's
something
what
else?
I'm asking.
I'm gonna run my answer back just a little.
Fuck what she talking about?
Because this is how I'm gonna feel. But if this is what my wife feels, and that's who she trusts, and that's how she wants to do it, if she wants the mama, I think at some point I'm just gonna have to be accepting of it.
And sister's a little different than mama.
Chi said,
Sister's a little different than mama, by the way.
Chi said, it's really not, but Chi said the stranger is thoroughly interviewed and they stay in contact throughout their entire pregnancy along with the doctor. That still don't mean they can't goddamn be like, nope, this is my baby.
Yeah, it's a risk either way.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but
I mean, I'm sure there's some kind of contracts in front of it, but I'm sure a motherfucker can take you to court and fight that motherfucker for real.
I just don't want. I think it's weird having that baby growing in a relative.
Surrogacy is weird. Period.
I would give my opinion, but at the end of the day, it ain't our choice.
Surrogacy is weird. Period.
Somebody is my choice.
Somebody is carrying your egg.
You ain't gonna get my semen. That should happen outside the womb.
Well, you already got to deal with her not being able to have a kid.
Where's the other options? I'm gonna adopt. I'm gonna assist that.
All right, man. I think you just have a strong belief. I get it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I think everybody has their own right. Now, me, what I'm saying is I would never probably do that.
I think sister's
But if
different
somebody, what I'm saying is,
that's what I'm saying.
I didn't think it was as weird because this has come from a Twitter debate. I didn't think it was as weird as everybody made it seem. That's all I'm saying. I think that if you could do your cousin, your sister,
just sounds crazy.
Then your mother is definitely,
shit,
you know.
Man. I'm cool, bro.
That's all it is.
Cool,
they can't fight for the baby, especially it's not their embryo. That's what Tracy said. I'm sure that they can take that shit to court and prolong it and prolong it and prolong it. They can fight for it. That don't mean they're going to win.
They supposed to sign off on it at the beginning.
Yeah.
They still had a right.
Motherfucker can say under duress. It's a whole bunch of technical terms that we don't know about. I'm sure that shit can turn into a nasty dispute. We got one more before we get up out of here. Unless y'all want to talk about it. Let's talk about a couple more. Fuck that. I got one that I didn't even write down. Chief Keef. You weren't here. We talked about it briefly. Chief Keef is the facts of cap. Chief Keef is a top 4 more influential. Matter of fact, no, fuck that. I'm gonna say it different because we already talked about that. Actually, facts of cap. Chief Keef is more influential than drill music, or drill music is more influential than Chief Keef. I don't know how to say
at this point, drill music is more influential than Chief Keef. It done surpassed him.
Explain it.
At one point, Chief Keef was synonymous with drill music. Mm-hmm. He was synonymous with it. He was the godfather of it. It started with him, Chirac. It done surpassed him now. He's too he's too quiet.
Yeah.
And like, just because you start something, a lot of times the start of something ain't even the biggest. The drill
Dirk is bigger than he's ever been.
Dirk's bigger than he's ever been. And it's like, you get your flowers for starting it, but you're not bigger than it. It done outgrew you. It done reach different markets.
And from the beginning.
And it's like, to me, you're not even relevant musically anymore.
And from the beginning, let's say this, from the beginning, Chief Keef was the face, but like people were tuned into a lot of different artists from Chicago that were doing that.
Like Chicago to me is the face of drill before Chief Keef. because of that. Because it wasn't like it wasn't like St. Louis and Nelly, where it was like underlings, like these underlings, and it's too much. And I feel like if he had stayed relevant, if he had stayed musically inclined, it would have been different. But them core years after he went to LA and stopped being relevant musically, it done surpassed him. And now it's not synonymous with him no more.
So do you think?
I don't say drill and think of Chief Keef.
Go ahead, Brandon. Let me ask. Go ahead, Brandon.
I don't think of drill and think of Chief Keef no more.
When it comes to drill, he's the starter. He's the originator.
He's not the originator, but
saying, like,
to the public.
To
the public. Yeah, that's a fact. 100%.
If it wasn't for Chief Keef,
All that's
somebody else would have to be the starter of this shit.
All that's true. Everything you just said is true.
But I mean, as far as...
But it's the question. Still a question.
He gave it the look.
Yeah, like he made...
What they got to do with the question, though?
What it was. But I mean...
But is drill bigger than Chief Keef to you?
Yeah, drill's definitely bigger than Chief Keef at this point.
And that's a fact, because it
hasn't always been that way, but at this point...
It's kind of like this. To me, T.I. invented the term trap music, right?
T.I. is more synonymous with trap music.
I don't think so.
And then
Nah.
I feel like T.I.
Because right now, niggas is going to have an argument between Jeezy and Gucci. Yeah. Chief Keef, nobody's going to argue that he didn't put this shit on the map. Now, King Louis... A lot of people from Chicago, and I actually seen this, it's kind of synonymous that people will say King Louis started that shit. But they're going to say Chief Keef is the one who put it on the map. Gucci did not start trap music, Chi. Go back, do your history. If you look at... Turn that shit down. If you go... Chi, if you go in 2003, T.I. had an album called Trap Music.
I think T.I. more synonymous. Like
he coined the term.
I feel like that, and the fact that like when you have the, I mean, I guess we do.
I can give y'all a breakdown. This is what I tell everybody. T.I. invented the term trap music. Jeezy, he is the most popular artist to ever push trap music. He put trap music on the map. Gucci has done more for trap music than both of them. He gave you Thug. He gave you Migos. He gave you other artists. So all three of them have done a separate contribution to trap music. But if we're talking about just the term, who did it first, we gotta say T.I.
I'm talking about specifically when you say like drill music. If you say, hey, we talking about drill music, Chief Keef really not gonna pop in my head right away. I'm thinking about other shit
in 2022. Yes, I agree with that. We're gonna say King Von, we're gonna say Lil Durk.
I'm thinking of that. If you say we talking about trap music today, T.I. is not as far behind as Chief Keef is.
I agree with that.
That's what I'm saying.
I can agree with that.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that T.I. is just being a mouthpiece. Every time the Trap Music Museum, he does enough. When the arguments about trap music, this is the first time I heard Chief Keef speak on that drill music shit for that TMZ interview shit. And I don't know, like he talked about Charlamagne and shit. I'm saying like he's been quiet. Is there a difference between drill rap and gangster rap?
So this question kind of comes like people blame drill rap for the killings. They feel like it's an influence. So I'm saying, is there a difference between gangster music in the early 90s?
They had Banging on Wax in LA where all the Crips and Bloods got together to make an album.
I think drill
just insult each other. And niggas got killed behind that.
It's a different sound.
Gangster music could be any sound and still be gangster music. Like it's about gangster music is more so the words. Drill, there's a certain sound, whether it's Chicago drill, New York drill, like they still have a certain sound that they kind of stay within.
I'm speaking.
No. I'm gonna tell you why that's wrong. But I get what you're saying.
For the question,
he's actually
is gangster music more responsible than drill? That's really the question.
No. Let me say this. Niggas will tell you right now, and it's usually niggas outside of Atlanta.
Because old niggas be capping with this
Because these old niggas are right now, if you tell them that T.I. started trap music, Gucci, Jeezy, right? These niggas is going to tell you, no, UGK started trap music. This person started trap music. This person didn't start trap music. This person started trap music.
T.I. definitely cleaned up his message. Like you say. He didn't start it, he just coined the phrase.
These people, that I think the difference is like it's the term. It is what it is. Yeah, you've heard this sound before. I'm gonna be honest with you. Drill, if you really go look back at it, and I hate to say this because a lot of people might not like it, drill kind of related to some Atlanta shit.
What?
If you look, they had shit called. If you look at the sets, you know, I dig deep into
Before
the Chicago
you go,
shit.
do you think your mind, and you can stop me if I'm wrong,
I know you're about to ask.
Your answer to this question is biased based on where
No.
you're from?
No,
Basically,
because I was 20. I was
LA might be like, hey,
nah. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I was 22 years old when drill music even hit the forefront, so I can remember this shit vividly. Is what I'm trying to say. And now I think everything derives from somewhere. Like I said, niggas was saying UGK was doing trap music before T.I. created the term. Yes, that's a fact. They were rapping about selling drugs. Other people were rapping about selling drugs. This is what it was. But when it comes to actual drill music, niggas have seen this. Waka Flocka was making drill, what they would call today drill music. I know when Waka came out, that's not what they was calling it. Niggas wasn't doing it. Chicago, I have cousins from Chicago. They were heavily influenced from Atlanta. If you look, Lil JoJo, the nigga who they claim split the city in half when he made BDK. What was the name of his clique? The name of his clique was called Brick Squad.
They were definitely influenced by.
They were influenced. Chief Keef. Niggas be
Gucci.
saying, oh, the True Religion. He was not. Nigga, in Atlanta, niggas was wearing True Religions before that.
Chief Keef, no, he was influenced by Gucci, you know?
He was exactly. That's why he signed to. He didn't sign, but that's why he was saying I'm Brick Squad before that. When Gucci, he was. Come on, bro.
That
was the thing.
Atlanta was the latest trap.
If you go look at the beats, the beats they were using
Trap
when they
beats.
first started, they were trap beats. They were fake ass Southside 808 Mafia beats.
So what are you saying?
What I'm saying is,
I got a rebuttal.
What I'm saying is, everybody gets influenced.
Yeah.
They got influenced.
But they influenced and they started their own way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
So drill rap, the difference between drill rap and gangster rap, I just feel like it's just all semantics.
It's fucking
Like,
modern. That's it.
It's the same
It's
shit,
the same
bro.
shit.
It's just coming from a different area.
Old niggas feel like gangster music was more responsible. They were just reporting on hood shit.
Drill rap, if
No,
you go,
them niggas was talking about sliding and
Yeah.
doing dumb shit too.
Banging on wax.
Niggas always want to glorify NWA. All they did was like fuck the police. Everything was political.
Yeah.
Niggas, everything they did was not fucking political. Everything wasn't conscious.
Sweat dripping off my balls.
Like, come on, man. Cut the cat. Shouts out Royce the 5'9" is where I got the question from, but it's like cut it out, man.
It's not the same. The LA in the early 90s, they had an album called Banging on Wax, and it was literally a Crips and Bloods. They got them together. This was during the truce. They got Crips and Bloods together, and they rapped and they dissed each other on tracks, and it eventually ended up with niggas getting murked from that shit. Niggas was getting killed.
Goddamn glorifying the glory.
It's not. It's nothing different, bro.
nostalgia, but it's
This
nothing
is
different.
nothing different,
Just
bro.
modern. It's current
That's
day.
why I say when I say it's nothing different. Chief Keef, niggas be saying, oh, he did True Religions. Niggas was doing True Religions when goddamn Young LA and all that shit was out, and they were influenced from Atlanta. It's just the truth. I'm not trying to make it seem like they're not leaders or anything like that. That's just what it was.
Man, that's my favorite. Futuristic's still my favorite, bro.
I'm so futuristic, you can't even brush my hair. If Kevin Durant doesn't win any more rings, it's the last one. If Kevin Durant doesn't win any more rings, it's his career an unachievement. Unless you got one more.
Nah, I'm no, this is the last one for sure.
If Kevin Durant does,
For sure.
okay, so if Kevin Durant doesn't win any more rings, his career isn't an unachievement.
Yeah, so like a lot of like a couple weeks, I don't know if we talked about this, but Charles Barkley said Kevin Durant's career is an abject failure because he never led his team to a championship.
Charles Barkley?
Did
Did he win a championship? He's led his team to a championship.
He said his is an abject failure as well because he didn't do it.
Well, if that's
goal. He's saying Golden State shit is aberration.
If that's the hill he's willing to stand on, and he's willing to criticize himself, then you know what? That's your opinion, and I respect that. That's the fact that you're willing to hold yourself accountable too. I think I'm kind of past this whole situation. She says sports. She just stick through, please. We need the hours, please. So what I say is, I mean, if you want to down that hill, cool.
Are we good? One more real quick. Fuck them.
Okay.
We don't care about sports. We were 3 niggas. But
fuck it. Let's go. Give us something else, then.
So, if y'all are familiar with the Jeffrey Dahmer Netflix series?
Oh my god. Yeah.
So Boosie has came out and said,
"Damn, you gonna make me stop."
We need to boycott this bullshit, and Netflix need to take this series down. Facts, cat. Do we agree with Boosie or not?
Big fact. The first time I ever agree with Boosie. It's the first time I ever agree with Boosie, nigga. Big facts, nigga.
First time, hey Boosie, hey, you can't be right all the time, bro.
Oh shit.
But nah, fuck that. You need to know the whole shit. Now, do I feel like the money should be split up a certain way?
What do they need to know about it?
I mean, shit is history.
So I think the question really is: should people be able to profit off?
Yeah, who's getting the money?
Off. That's who.
It's not really different.
It's the same. Like the problem is this ain't no YouTube documentary. This is a show.
On Netflix. Somebody got paid billions to sell the story.
To sell a story that's basically. I'm not gonna say the word I'm gonna say, but romanticizing this nigga killing niggas and eating them. Fuck, like people, all girl women watching shit. I'm like, I don't fuck with this shit. Fuck Jeffrey Dahmer, bro. I don't need to see this shit. Give me a biopic.
But nigga, you listen to Murder Myth. You listen to.
She said the same shit. That's a little different. First of all, I listen to Murder Mystery, where it's one crime, not a fucking serial killer, and it's unsolved mystery, which is a. This is the solved mystery. There's plenty of Jeffrey Dahmer shit. I heard about Jeffrey Dahmer before the series.
Right.
This is just a romanticized way for people to fall in love with a fucking serial killer.
The DC snipers and all that. Like,
That's growing up. No, I never seen it.
I'm talking about like.
I never seen the DC's. No.
I listen to shit like that.
But that's a podcast, man. You're making a whole show about it. I don't like it, bro. It's nasty, man. It's nasty to me.
I feel like it ain't for everybody.
It's nasty to me, bro. I don't like because I feel like what's the purpose of this? To shed light on what? Jeffrey Dahmer, the victims? Nah, it's romanticizing this shit. Every story don't need to be retold. I think it's nasty, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and say don't post the Netflix shit because everybody 50 Cent got something coming out that's romanticizing.
Shout out to Spitfire Amy.
Killers and shit like that.
She said this is nice.
So we could do some shit where we could talk about all the drug dealers and their story and the shit and the people they kill, but we can't talk about a serial kill story.
I don't like none of that shit, really.
I just don't. I never really been into that, so I can't really say what's wrong and what's right. I don't know anything about Jeffrey Dahmer. I've seen people saying that he killed black people and some niggas killed him. So I can't watch somebody who just a white man who walked around killing niggas. Now, if it was that, I mean, I still don't like. Still, you gotta understand what you're saying. Like you're vouching by him by saying like
he killed people. He killed men.
He killed majority.
And I don't want to watch
homosexual men.
I ain't really want to watch that shit.
And then it's not even like a documentary. It's a show, so it's like not real, right? It's based on real. It's like a created shit, and it's showing you as actors and shit like that. It's not like reporting facts.
So what's the difference in glorifying drug niggas in movies that we like?
Listen, I'm down to say with the hip hop culture, I'm definitely hypocritical.
It's no different.
American Gangster was
I already done told y'all King Von. I'm hypocritical. I will say that. I can say that. If they ever come out with a King Von documentary on Netflix, I'm watching that bitch. I'm subscribing. I'm buying.
They made a show about it, and then you see him sliding on folks.
Yeah, I'm doing all that shit.
Got an actor sliding?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not saying you wrong. That's why I said I'm personally not into that. I don't want to see Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't like watching. Yeah, I don't want to see no white man killing niggas.
No. I get it. I watched it. I just don't even like it perpetuated. I got fuck that nigga, man.
GG said I'm always here for y'all on the game. GG.
Fuck that nigga Dahmer, dog.
GG. We gonna throw a barbecue soon. I'm waiting. You better come. If you don't come, I ain't fucking with you no more.
Boosie God. You can't stop that shit. Niggas want to watch it's interesting. The niggas gonna make money off that shit. Slide some money to the family victims. It's tough for them though. That's the end of the day. That's really what it is. It's tough for the victims to watch that shit, and then people be like, "Damn, this nigga Dahmer was lit."
I feel like that's where the goddamn civil suits come from.
He was eating. He was out here eating niggas. He was out here catching these niggas by. You feel some type of way. I would hate to watch it.
All right, man. We out of here, man. Episode 112. We out of here, baby. Oh, and the camera.